This is my round one match from the Tumbleweed Championship, and I am playing against Hypercube, which I believe is a Greek player. I've played against him a little bit on Little Golem. I am going to talk through my moves as much as I can, and yeah, hopefully, hopefully this will be interesting to watch. So I am going to start with my pie, which is b1 h7. I mean, it's not really my opening, but I stole it from Ben, and I think I am the player that has played it the most. So we'll see how it goes. And of course, if you found this video by chance, Tumbleweed is a abstract strategy game. You can find a bunch of links in the description, and some really nice videos about the rules of the game and the basics on Alex's YouTube channel. Now he chose red, so I am going to see what he does. Usually people do something like b7. That like usually players play something like this because they want to immediately attack the white one, which is not always a good idea. The idea of this opening is that sure, like white is starts from a vulnerable position a little bit because the red one stack sees the white one stack, but actually white has a lot of control over the center, and also white can block a red expansion pretty successfully. So he did what I thought he would. I am going to play c2. And c2 is a contact shield. I am not expecting to be able to save c2 if he attacks it. It's just I am taking as much space as I can, and then I will try to build from it. And as whites in this opening, you're trying to like suffocate red if possible. So now he's also attacking h7 again. He's putting a second line of sight on it, but now because of this one that I put here, I have several possibilities. I can play a shield here, or I can play a shield here, and both of these are twos, and they're pretty good in terms of expansion. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I probably want to play on the left. It would be interesting to figure out which one is better, but I think this is better in terms of influence. And yeah, just gonna play here. Just gonna play here. Now the problem is, okay, so in this position, red is on the sides, and red is also really low. Red is on the first line. B7 is also low, and there's not really many good ways of accessing the center now. Of course, it's not like, you know, it's not a lost position, but it is, I believe it is a bad position for red. Because now the second thing is, now I can actually try to save c2 if he attacks it, because I have two lines of sight on it. I'll say I'll use the formula two defenders or something, like the phrasing, to expand two defenders. Sorry. Okay, that is unfortunately a mistake. I can just take. He didn't see that this was suicidal. This is starting to be a little bit complicated for red, I don't know what I would do as red. I would probably try to expand on the bottom as much as possible. Now the problem here is that c2 is, I don't have to defend it because I have three defenders on it. So now I'm just going to block. The only thing that I'm worried about, if I can say worried, but like the only thing that could spell some trouble is from this 2 on c1. Red has a nice line on the bottom, line going from c1 all the way there, which, you know, red could use to do some stuff. So I'm just going to block. This way, I want to keep red low. I have a really good position. I think, I don't know what I would do if he plays b2. Yeah, maybe I should have played something different, because now it feels kind of terrible to reinforce. I don't know, it doesn't feel super good. What do I do? Do I need to be worried about this? Probably not. You know, I feel like I don't need to worry about things. I could take a 3 here and then leave. I could also reinforce probably. I don't want to reinforce because it feels slow, but the position is so good that I think I can probably afford it. I'll just, you know, could also play c2, c3, sorry. Could also play this one. I kind of want to play that. Just capturing things, just making it super awkward to expand. Then what happens if he captures c2? Do I want to allow the capture? Do I want to be greedy? Could try to be greedy, but problem is I don't want to give too much. I feel like c8 is better. I feel like c8 is a better move. I don't need to defend this 3. I mean, maybe I need it to, but like I feel like I'm getting so much control over the game that, you know, there's not really many problems. So now if he captures, I'm expecting him to capture on c2 because he's been focusing on capturing, and also it would stabilize the red position on top, which is already stable, but like it would erase 2 of my links, which is why I was hesitant to do that. I'm not sure if c8 is better than c2 for white, but I played it because it seems more principled. In general, you don't want to reinforce in the opening because it is quite slow, and it doesn't expand your zone of influence as much as you want to. Okay, that's, you know what, that's a reasonable move. That is definitely a reasonable move. I think I know what I'm gonna do though. I'm just gonna close the access into the bottom, and yeah, I think it's reasonable. Just block red out of the bottom, and yeah, I mean this is, yeah, this is this is a crushing position. I think I should not have troubles. Yeah, that's a good idea. So now, okay, so now he or they understood. Um, my opponent understood that they need to do something about the lack of expansion. Um, okay, is the cut really a problem? Okay, you know what? I am also gonna cut. I'm gonna cut here. and I'm expecting take on c2, and then we'll see what happens. But I think I can definitely get away with that. It was maybe a little bit better to play f5. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. Do I want to protect this one? Maybe not. Maybe this is good. Is that good enough? Or a 3 here? A 3 here. Do I lose anything? I'm just gonna play a 3 and be chilling. I'm just gonna, you know, chill in the middle, not play too overplay. Because like that's the danger. This opening with white, especially when red plays into it like this, trying to attack everything on the side and then trying to Hail Mary in the center. Um, the danger for white is that if you play too thin, too relaxed, then there are actually, yeah, there's actually a lot of weaknesses that red can take advantage of. So now this is good. I think my opponent is doing good. Um, I need to shield because this one is attacked. I mean, this c5 2 stack is attacked. I might just play a 2 here. Um, I might just play a 2 here. I don't see a reason not to. Okay. We're not spending too much time, actually. That's kind of a quick game. Okay, immediately plays that. It is an attack. I am very tempted to do something mean. Uh, yeah, I think I should. Um, well, I am of course not worried about my position, but I think that if I just defend, then I'm, you know, eh, there's some things. So I'm gonna play L7, which is a parry. Um, and we'll see what happens. I'm just I'm feeling good about my position, so I'm not gonna overthink think it too much. The only worry that I have is that they get something on the right. That would be big, but I think it's too thin. But it is definitely a good try. Like, I mean, um, I think my opponent like recognized the problem of the position and tried to deal with it. I just think it's not solid enough, and this attack was not severe enough. The thing is, usually it might not be completely bad in that case because this 2 stack by red on J9 served other purposes, but um, usually it's not a good idea to attack a one that's defended twice like this one on H7 because your opponent can just parry and it's actually okay. This would be good if it was an attack on this too, but I saw that um, it was fine. This is not an attack. So I am going to just play maybe a 3 here. I don't know if I'm liking the shape too much. But if I play a 2 here, then yeah, the problem is I mean it's not a problem. It's just I wanna capture this too, but I don't think yeah, it could do stuff, but is this good? Is capturing the neutral good? So this is gonna be oh no, this is a suicidal move. I didn't notice. Uh, this is just a suicidal move. I almost blundered. So now the position is actually much better for me. It was already really good, but yeah, that's basically like basically yeah, Hypercube basically gave me a free move. Okay, well that's the only defense. What am I gonna do about it? I'm maybe just gonna play the 3 here, which forcibly captures this 1 here. I think that's just proper proper play, and we'll see. I could also do this one, but this feels more severe. I am covering this square, J6, because I have 3 lines of sight on it. And maximum shield for red is 2. So it is actually impossible to defend this one on J5. So now I have a sort of checklist of things that I want to do. I want to make sure that I don't lose central pieces, so that I maintain control over the center. Um, I think most of my pieces are fine. I should keep an eye on the central one to see if there's not some kind of weird attack later. But for now, it's completely fine. I should probably not let them capture the neutral, uh, but that's yeah, that's not a problem for now. The most important thing is that I get some stacks around here just to completely make sure that red doesn't get many points. And if there's one little thing that I would like to have more is lines of sight coming from this direction that I can use here. Because you see, like I have these 2 lines here, but I actually don't have any 2s that I can play here. I can play here, which might be good later, um, but we'll see. Um, I don't know if this is the best play, but usually when the opponent um, tries to invade a bit high, like they did here, I often try to go below the invasion because if you can get something like here, then you have 2 links, like these 2 lines here. Let's say I have a 2 here, then these 2 lines are lines where I can play 2s and or more, and I can probably get a surround on the invading pieces. So I played this 2 here before as a shield from this attack a few moves ago. And the reason I played it is that it puts a second line of sight on this one. So if I didn't have it, I would need to capture probably. But now I can actually parry, which is amazing. I think. I mean, it feels amazing because this is a link. It would be annoying, but now I can actually parry. So I'm just gonna parry. I'm gonna parry and cut the link, and at the same time, I create a link here, which could be useful, and I attack this 2 on J9. This is very comfortable. As before, I do have. I mean, I don't have to, but it would be nice for me if I could get K14. Other than that, in this position, what do I have? I mean, I have a solid wall. The on the left, the problem with these lines of 2s is apparent to people that have played the game. The problem is that if you get attacked from behind, it can be a bit of a problem. So I have to be careful that there's no clever move for red around here. So I'm always sort of looking for something. Okay, so now they played d1, which is a pretty slow move. It threatens d2, so it actually captures d2 because I don't have any way of reinforcing to a 3. Now I could ignore it. I could ignore it and play k14. Um, maybe I want to be like super safe and play a 3 here. I think playing safe in my position can't be bad. I have an advantage in influence, so I'm just going to play a 3. The idea of this 3 is that I'm going to use the agi, so like I'm going to use this 2 before it dies. I can't save it, so I might have as well use it for something, and I can use it to make a 3. Whereas if I played the same move after d2 is captured, it would only be a 2. And it would probably not be super good. But now, okay, I'm just trying to be solid, and yeah, we'll be fine. If red captures, then okay, there's a 2 here. Does that do anything? Not really, because my 1 is parried. It's double parried. It has 4 defenders. There's a 2 here or something like that. I could have captured actually. I'm a bit stupid. I completely missed that red ignored the threat on the 2 on J9, and the capture on J9 is insanely big. So now if red plays well J9 or I9, I can only blame myself for missing it. Well, this feels a little bit dirty because I used a pie that is a little bit not a little bit. It's very tricky. It's a very tricky pie, and well, if you haven't seen it too much, it can be very surprising. So I think I got some free advantage in the opening from that from prep. Um, yeah, but at the same time, well, might as well use it. It's the championship. This pie is also like if you um, find yourself playing this pie, uh, which means if you find yourself playing me, mostly, the I actually don't think that it's better for white, but it is a bit more comfortable to play for white. Um, red has to be very precise in the way they play in the first few moves, because things can get pretty bad if red plays slow and red plays without expanding enough. Uh, maybe I can use some of the time that my opponent is using to explain. Like this, in this position. Okay, in this position, it would be better if red plays probably b6. I mean, the AI says that b7 is playable, but you just have to know what you're doing. The idea is, okay, even if you play b7, then shield, then actually the proper direction of play is not to go on the right because this is super low. And what my opponent played in the game, h1, it doesn't open a lot of new lines of expansion, a lot of new lines of sides. The better play would be to play c8, which is something that some players, including Alec and Komachin, have played against me with some success. Um, the idea is that you want to attack this, and if white shields, then you actually have a pretty nasty d8, capturing this 2 stack here. And one of the main themes of red in this opening is you want to get to the bottom of the board. If you can't get to the bottom of the board quick, um, it's not that you lose the game, but like you're gonna have a bad time. So you don't want to get boxed in. Okay, so they captured d2, and as I said, I will just capture j9 because this is just big. Just a big move, and I think now I am so comfortable in most parts of the board, and I think it will be hard for red to do anything. The best bet would probably be to play this shield here. So you have a bunch of shields available. This one here is attacked, and you need to defend it. You can't defend it here, but you can play here, here, or here, or actually here. Okay, no defense. But there's an idea. Um, it's not really bad. It's not really bad. It's just, is it big enough? I might just capture, to be honest. The capture is so big. If red wants to get a 3 here, be my guest, I guess. Yeah, the capture is really big. It really limits the options that red has in the bottom right. So I'm just going to capture. Now, okay, what does that do? Um, well, it does give red some stuff on the right, but it is small. I guess I am maybe slightly not worried, but like need to be slightly careful about red playing a 2 here would be annoying. So I'll block it. It's okay. It's more than okay, and probably red is gonna try to capture the 3 stack, which is also slow. The I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it would be a guess uh, that red would play c3. I'm not sure. It's easy to get like that. I mean, this position is one for white, but it's easy to get complacent. So I should be careful. Okay, so now I have something that I should do probably is I should be a little bit careful about. So this 2 can sometimes be attacked at the same time as this 2 on e4 with a double attack here. I don't really want to allow that. I don't know how bad it is, but it's just I'm going to preemptively play d4 using the d3 stack before it dies and preemptively shielding to this 2 from a double attack here. Just going to do that. Just going to play reasonable tumbleweed. Yeah. Well, speaking of reasonable tumbleweed, there is something that I did that is not too reasonable. Is I ignored this move by red. It it's not bad, but okay, this is. I don't think I'm scared of this thing. I am kind of scared of g5 though. I mean, not. I wouldn't say scared, but it's just maybe I'm fine actually. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. There are maybe some problems with red g5. I am gonna allow it, which I might regret, but I think I just really wanna. Okay, you know what? Another piece of reasonable tumbleweed would be to play this. Or this. Let me think. I want to cut. I want to cut this link because there's some, yeah, some not so fun stuff. Um, so I'll play here. This is just slow. Uh, it is not the best move, but I think it's the safest move. And I'm in a position where I can play the safest move. Yep. Okay, so red reacted to my attack of e3 by capturing, which was also a slow move. This is so like red doesn't achieve much with this. I get why he captured because wanted to defend, but what do I do? What is a reasonable play? What is reasonable play? Just be reasonable. I don't want white to have anything. Uh, well, of course, I meant I don't want red to have anything too fancy. I will probably capture this. Yeah, there's a 2 here, which might be annoying now. So, okay, I'll just capture. We're just gonna, yeah, just gonna play, just gonna play some reasonable tumbleweed until the game ends. Yes, I think that's a good move. Um, yep, for sure, that's a good move. I will make use of it though, and capture, which attacks this one. I mean this two, which attacks this stack. And then I will capture here to be super giga safe. Because in games like this, uh, you don't want to be fancy. If you have an advantage of like 50 points, just just capture the things. And well, okay, I'm not going to capture. I lied. Um, what is it? Okay, that's actually a good move to shield. I think it's better than capturing H2. That is, I think, a good move. I want to shield. I will shield here. Okay, but now I can capture this one when I want, whenever I want, and I can also. Do I have any funny moves here? I have this one. Don't know if it does anything. Seems pretty mean, but I don't know if that's enough. It's a good endgame move. Maybe it's an endgame move. Maybe I can win like 15 points. Okay, so they prevented it, but would have been funny. Um, I can still play it. Do I want to play it? No. I am gonna honor my promise and play reasonable slow moves just to consolidate everything that I have. Okay. The neutral is not attacked, but even if the neutral was attacked, I think I would let him take it. Uh, I need to cut. I can let you have some stuff on the right. I mean, if you can get points on the right, I would be impressed. Not well. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but it's really hard to get points on the right. So I'm just gonna do that. This cuts the link here, attacks this 2 stack here, and then yep, asks a question. Where do you want to try to get points? But my opponent is playing like the way they should be, just trying to get points. I mean, it depends. So like, you could resign as red, but it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely a good idea to try stuff. And this is good to to try stuff. Uh, Try to get some points here. Try to get some points here. Just gonna capture. Yeah, I think one of the lessons is if you manage to get ahead, um, don't play slow, but if you manage to get ahead, don't create complications for yourself. I think, you know what? I am very tempted to give that stone because I can get a 3 here and block the line of sight on the left. Sounds like a very reasonable move. Because if I reinforce, then I kind of commit to it. I can let them have points. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I have a big center and I have way more points. So I don't need to do anything fancy. Yeah, the lesson is just don't be too fancy if you're ahead. Can I play here? So it's useful to notice that there are no red stacks here. There is a red stack here. There's a red play. Well, actually nowhere here, yeah, of course, because I have all of these lines of sight coming from this group. So, you know what? I'm just gonna play rock solid and just, yeah. Actually, don't let any lines of sight. Okay, that's a move. That's a move. But does it work though? It does. I think it does not. So I will just I will just is that a good idea? Yeah, that's completely fine. I'll just do that. I'll just do that. Um, the reason is this is not an offering; it is a snapback, and uh, I can recapture it. Well, I could also have been really, really fancy and capture this one here. It would be the same result, actually. Funny enough. It would have been more fancy. I missed the opportunity to be fancy, which is a crime in itself. Um, okay, I think there shouldn't be many things for red left to try, but I'm not sure. Um, there's maybe some ways of getting a few points here. Yeah, you could probably play a 2 here. Sounds reasonable. But then yeah, I mean, that's a few points. Yeah, what do you do? Do you play this? Yeah, I'm not sure. You try to attack stuff somewhere, but I mean, of course, like there's nothing to do for red. But I'm trying to think if there's a way to get some points. Like, what are the areas? Well, probably locally the best move for red is to play here, attacking this 3, then I capture, and then this means that with the initiative, red defended this nasty, nasty business. But I don't even need the nasty business now. I can just take h4. Yeah. Well, thanks for the game, and thank you for staying until the end. And I hope this was instructive. Of course, yeah, feel free to shoot a question in the comment, and see you very soon.